going on, everybody? Welcome to Back to Our Roots Homestead. Today we are going to be in the kitchen because we've gotten so many people who have requested us to show you guys what our brine is for our pickles. So today we are going to show you how we make our pickles. So come on back.
Used to the city, now we got our own land. Life's getting real busy. None of it was ever planned. Got the crib looking pretty, with a garden full of plants. And we built our own committee, yeah. From the bottom we advance, yeah. Back to our roots, now we get back to our roots, yeah. Put on your boots, it's time to go take off your suit. Back to our roots, yeah. Now we get back to our roots, yeah. Put on your boots, it's time to farm with Cheryl Swoops right now, yeah. Right now.
All right, y'all. So we are going to make some pickles with our Market Moors and Puna Kira. Y'all, I don't know how to pronounce this. So Puna Kira and Market Moors. So I don't know if you guys watched the last video we did on our maybe a couple videos ago, our pickle tasting contest. And we were talking about the ones that were most spicy or the hottest. You guys, the Market Morris was the one that I guess kind of held, what would you say, absorbed
the pepper flakes.
Yeah. So my advice to you would be, if you like it really spicy, then you put more pepper flakes in it. If you don't like it as spicy, put very little or don't put any at all. So what I typically do is, some people might want the end, I don't. So I just kind of cut the end off, not much, because I want to save my cucumber. And then I just kind of take my knife, y'all. Be very careful. And depending on if you want spears, if you want like the hamburger slices, you can slice the cucumber how you want to. So for me, we're going to do this one in spears, right? So I take it, we cut it in fours. First we cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it in fours. And then you can leave it this way, and then it'll be thicker. So then I'm going to take it and just cut it in half, right? And so I guess what I was trying to say is, if you want thinner pickles, you guys, I'll take this one because that's kind of thick. You can even cut it in half again, right? Just be careful. And I'm kind of greedy, so I would much rather have mine thicker. All right, so we have these sliced, cut up. I just kind of move them to the side. And then comes the brine, or at least, you guys, I'm not saying this is the perfect way to do it. I'm telling you guys, this is how we do ours. And everybody that have tried them tend to like them. So we're going to just stick with what we've been doing. Ordered these off of Amazon. Also picked some up from Walmart, HEB. But it's getting kind of hard to find them. So if you guys are into canning or, excuse me, trying to make pickles and you're looking for jars, if you can find any anywhere, pick them up, okay? So what I tend to do is take my brine and I put some in the bottom of the jar before I put the pickles in. And everything that we do, that we use, you guys, yeah, this is Amazon too. You see my little cute measuring spoons. So it's a fourth, all right? So I take my fourth, and first thing is celery salt. So one thing I wanted to add is, I don't add any extra salt to my pickles besides the celery salt. And the brine that I use is back here also. It's boiling already. It's a vinegar that I buy from the store already made, and it's for pickling. So the only salt that I'm going to add to this is a fourth of celery salt. Okay.
Is that a teaspoon, right? Or that's a teaspoon.
This is a fourth teaspoon.
Okay.
Yeah. And y'all, I'll be honest with you, usually I don't measure I just kind of go with the flow. But for you, I am measuring today. And then we have dill weed. So yes, we are growing dill in the garden. So usually we would go out there and get the dill from the garden, but I'm being kind of lazy. So I picked this up from H-E-B. That's a 4th. And it doesn't have to be exact. Y'all know how we do. So you got celery salt, dill weed, dill seed. Same, 4th. And then these are our homemade red pepper flakes, you guys, from my cayenne peppers. So these are pretty strong. Again, if you don't want your pickles very spicy, don't put very much in there. We usually kind of mix it up. Sometimes we put more pepper flakes in some of the jars, we put less in the others, but I think we usually put red pepper flakes in all of them, right? Okay. So the other thing is garlic. I like fresh garlic from the store, so I just kind of chop it up pretty fine. Y'all, mince it really good. And if you don't have time or don't feel like chopping it, cutting it, mincing it, you guys know you can pick up a jar that's already minced. This is the cheating way. And yep, I use this too. If I run out of fresh garlic, I'll just use this. This is already minced. But I tend to think the pickles taste better with fresh garlic. What about you?
The fresh garlic also gives it has sugar in it. So that's what gives it that little sweet.
Yeah, because some people have actually said that tried them. They said, oh, these were sweeter than the other ones.
Yeah, it's the garlic.
Well, it's the garlic, but I also think it's the cucumber itself, right? Because we put garlic in all of them. Right. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So with the Markham-Morris, people didn't really say they were sweet. Yeah, and we put garlic in it.
Yeah, because it absorbed that pepper more.
So, and y'all, I don't really measure my garlic. I just kind of take some, put it in there, just depending on how much I have, what I want to use. So I'll start with that. Then I take my pickles and you kind of just place them in the jar. Around. And you want it to be pretty tight. So there's no method to my madness, y'all, but you want the pickles to kind of sit in here pretty tight. Okay, so I'm gonna squeeze another one in here, and my little one that I cut, y'all, I might be able to squeeze it right in there, and that one too. I probably could have put this one. So this is a little extra one I have, but I'll use for another cucumber.
For another jar?
Yeah, for another jar, excuse me. So now that I have the pickles in, cucumbers in, seasonings, everything in the bottom, I'm going to take my pickled vinegar, because it's ready to go. And y'all, I do have a smaller funnel. I just can't find it. So I'm going to make a little room in here to sit that, okay? And take this. I would not recommend trying to pour straight from this into the jar. I would definitely recommend using a funnel. Usually, golly, y'all, sorry, it's pretty strong. Usually what I do though is, because it's just easier to pour, something that has a spout. So I will take it out of this, pour it in here because it has a spout, so it's a lot easier to then pour into my funnel. Voila! So the secret, or I guess the trick to knowing how much vinegar to pour, guys, is you want it to come just right over the top of the cucumbers, if that makes sense. Okay. And that's pretty warm, so I'm just gonna grab it there. So if you guys can see, you want it to just sit right over the top of the cucumbers. So here's what I do sometimes, and this is your option. So yep, the seasonings are in, everything's in there, put it in the bottom. Sometimes I'll come back and add just a little bit more to the top. Like I may come and put a little bit more garlic. the dill because it tends to give it more of a sour taste, I guess. So I'll add a little bit more dill, and I like the color of it. A little bit more celery salt, no more pepper flakes. And then I'm going to take my top and screw it on pretty tight. And then I just take it and I kind of shake it up a little bit. And voila!
Yep. And you can actually eat them after a few days.
Yeah.
But the longer you let them sit, the more they're gonna taste more like a pickle that you would normally buy at the store. So, you know.
Yeah, we've actually let ours sit
for some months at times.
Yeah, 5-6 months.
And that's because we had some from last year, so we were still eating them. But you can actually eat them, and they'll taste like pickles really after about what, 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Like real quick. So guys, the other one I want to do is the punakira, because I know some people, I'll be honest, I had never seen yellow cucumber, or at least the inside of it. So I'm going to do this one the exact same way. So I'm going to cut it, let you all see the inside of it. It's really pretty. And then I'll cut it again.
And this is the one that won our taste test.
Did I pick this one?
You
Mine was in the middle.
Yeah, you picked between the Market Mars and those. So now, you know, we grew 4 different ones. We have some ones out there that's some lemon, I think lemon kooks or something like that. And we're gonna try one more. We were just trying to find out which ones we wanted to grow. So next year we'll basically just grow Market Mars and these punakira.
Yeah, because I guess I was kind of disappointed in the Chicago pickling.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say the same thing, that they wouldn't grow them again.
Yeah, I thought they would be, I don't know, to each his own.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm going to do the exact same thing for these. I may just add a little bit extra, give it a little bit more of a dill taste.
And
so
those
again,
are soft. They're like really soft and sweet tasting.
Yeah, sorry. So again, my recommendation is 1/4 of everything, at least until you try it, and then you can always come back the next time you make it and say, well, I want to add a little bit more celery salt, a little bit more dill weed, more garlic, or you may not even want to put any red pepper flakes in it. You know, I cut these kind of little. So I'm gonna just do the same thing with these. They're kind of little, but the cucumber was kind of little, so I'm gonna mix my little Market Mars in here. Y'all have one left. Let's do that one. And I need to cut. I'll throw that in there. I'll leave it. I'm going to throw that in here. And we're going to squeeze you in here. Okay. And you guys, with the vinegar, as soon as it starts boiling, it has a nice boil, that's when you know it's ready to pour over the pickles. But please be very, very, very careful, because it is extremely hot and it's strong. So I have tried to just pour straight from my pot to the funnel, and it kind of got everywhere, burned myself. So that's why I now use something with a spout. I learned something along the way. Okay. I think I'm gonna just throw a little bit of that garlic over the top. Let's just do, not much. I'll do a little bit. And guys, I also know some people put sugar They add a little bit of sugar to it because I guess they want sweet pickles versus
Yeah, but that garlic will give it a sweet taste.
Yeah, and obviously the longer you let it sit,
yeah, it breaks down, absorbs it.
voila. So we have 3 other ones that we're gonna do, so we'll finish those. But I really just wanted to show you guys the very basic step. It doesn't take long. I guess the most tedious part is actually just getting everything together. If you're gonna use real garlic, chopping the garlic up, and you're measuring. But a lot of fun. If you try it, make sure you shout us out, let us know how they turned out, and maybe you can show us some of your tricks. But guys, that's all we have for today. We really appreciate all of the love you guys show us. Appreciate the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and tell somebody else to subscribe. But like always, guys, everybody please stay safe, stay blessed, stay healthy. See you next time on Back to Our Roots Homestead.
See you on the other side, guys.
Yeah, right now, yeah, back to our roots, back to our roots, back to our roots.